Welcome back, students. Today we are going to discuss more about lesson number 5, Verbs, Tenses and Time, part 3. In this teaching learning video, we'll focus on the third kind of tense, which is actually known as future time. The question is, why do we call it a future time and not a future tense? Yes, you will be surprised to know that only the present and the past in the English language are considered as tenses. Why? Because the verbs can change its form. Like the verb cry can be changed into cried. The verb cry is a present tense, whereas cried is a past tense. Yes. The future is not considered as a tense because whatever verbs we use, they are either present or past form, and to show future, we have to add auxiliary, means helping verbs before it. Therefore, we say future time. Sorry. What's the meaning of future time? It expresses, as you already know, an action or an event that has not yet happened, or we can say that does not exist but expected to happen in the future. Now, let's discuss the first type, that is simple future. It refers to an action that has not yet begun. It also used to show ability, intention, or determination. You can see on your screen a chart denoting simple future. How do we formulate a simple future time? Formulate means how do we make formula for it? So you can see we use will or shall plus base form of verb. Now the first point, it talks about the events that are yet to take place. To denote means it talks, indicates. He will go on Wednesday. Will go means he has not yet gone, but he will go, and when he will go? On Wednesday, which is not yet come. Second is, my mother will pay the amount the next month. Will pay is showing time in future, simple future. Then second is to denote events in the immediate future. She will board the train now. She will arrive soon. Means, second point you can see, it is used to denote events in the immediate future. Immediate future means near future. The first example says she will board the train now. Now means something which is going to take place immediately. So it is denoted with the verb will board. Then the second example is they will arrive soon. Soon is also showing not later but in the immediate future. Third point is it is used to denote intention or promise. Like I shall help you. Shall help means I am going to help you in future. They will give food to the needy. They will give food to the needy means they are going to give in the future. Then in asterisk I have prepared a note where you can see we can also use simple present tense as to denote future time. 3 examples are there. She has a yoga class tomorrow. The restaurant opens at 8:30 p.m. tonight. The plane leaves in 30 minutes. Here the verbs has, opens, leaves, all the three verbs are simple present. But it is not talking about present tense, but it is used to indicate future time. Now children, we will see the second form, that is future continuous time. Children, now we are going to study more about future continuous time. How are we going to define it? It's a verb tense which indicates that something will happen in the future and continue for an expected length of time. On your screen, you can see the formula and a few examples which will help you to understand better what future continuous time actually is. See the formula. It is made with the help of will be, shall be plus present participle. Present participle, how do we form? By adding ing to the base form of verb. Now the first point, we use future continuous to express an action that will be going on in the future. That means that will be continuing in the future time. My cousin will be running a marathon this Friday. You will be shopping tomorrow. I shall be watching a movie. In all these three sentences, you can see the formation will be run plus ing, will be shop plus ing, shall be watch plus ing. All three are indicating future continuous time. The verb shall is used mostly with the pronoun I. And in the first sentence, it is showing Friday. That is telling you about a specific time. Then the word tomorrow is also talking about a specific time, that you will be shopping tomorrow. Second point, to express about an action that will happen as planned or expected. Planned or expected means which we have already made and there is no change in that. We will be reaching your place in about an hour. Here we have will be reaching indicating future continuous time, and like somebody has asked, when will you be reaching? And the answer is we will be reaching in about an hour. It is already planned, so they are telling that they will be there within an hour. Second example says the singer will be singing a patriotic song in the concert. That is already decided by the singer that which kind of song he will be singing in the concert. Therefore, will be sing plus ing is indicating about the future continuous time. The third usage is to form questions. Questions means interrogatives. First is what will they be wearing? How will she be traveling to her home? And the third is why shall I be studying in my next weekend? Now, according to the formula, you can see will be wear plus ing, will be travel plus ing, shall be study plus ing, and you should always remember, as I have already told you, that whenever we form questions, the subject will always occur in between the sentence or just after the question word or after the verbs. In the first sentence, they is subject, second she, and third I. And these all are used to indicate future continuous time. Now after this, we will see the third form, that is future perfect time. Students, how we will understand what a future perfect time is? It indicates actions that are completed or finished. Means the actions have not yet occurred, means happened, but will occur or happen and be completed at a certain point of time in the future. On your screen, again you can see the formula is mentioned and few examples are there to clear your point that what future perfect time is. The future perfect times formula is will or shall plus have plus past participle. You already know how to form past participle. We add N, D, ED, N, EN or T to the base form of verb. Now see the situations where we use future perfect time. On first is, it talks about an action that will be completed before or by a specified time in future. That means specific time. Like by morning, all the water will have leaked out of the tank. Here, will have, leak plus ed is your future perfect time. It is talking about something which will happen in future. And when it will take place, that means by morning. When you will get up in the morning, you will find that there is no water in the tank. And to denote this, we have used future perfect tense, will have leaked. Second one is, the train will have left by the time you reach the station. Here will have left is denoting future time and that is future perfect time. The second one you see, to form negative sentences. We have already discussed about negative sentences in negation and affirmation. In negation, we use not, none or no. See the first one, I shall have not learned my lessons before Dad arrives. Here, shall have learned is indicating future perfect time and we have added not here, which is making the sentence in negation. That means turning into a negative sentence. Second one, we will not have repaired the roof as the monsoon is yet to set in. Here we have will have repaired indicating future perfect time and not is making it a negative sentence. Third usage is to form questions. First example says, will they have returned the money before the end of this weekend? Will have returned indicating the time and the time is future perfect and the word they pronoun is subject and at the end you can see a question mark is put. Second is, will you have gone to bed without meeting me? Will have gone is future perfect indicating that you are not able to wait for me to meet. By the time I will arrive, it seems that you will go to sleep. That is why we are indicating and writing in the other manner, like will you have gone to bed without meeting me? Somebody is asking someone. Okay, now we are moving to the fourth form, that is future perfect continuous time. How are we going to define future perfect continuous time? We use future perfect continuous to show that an action will continue up until a particular time in future, means to describe an ongoing action that will complete in future. For time reference, children, of the action, two specific words are used like since and for. Let's refer to the formula. Will or shall plus have plus been plus present participle. Again I am telling present participle is verb plus ing. We use future perfect continuous to form positive sentences. Just now we have talked about negative and affirmative sentences. Positive means affirmative or in affirmation. So we make positive sentences by using future perfect continuous time. The doctor will have been treating the patient for 2 years. Will have been treating is showing the work will take place in future perfect continuous time. The word for is showing you the duration and 2 years is showing you specified time. Specified time means time in particular. Second example, they will have been writing the articles for several hours. For again is used to use the time reference, and will have been right plus ing is indicating time in future, and several hours showing you unspecified time. Several means it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 10, 12, anything. That is why it is time not in particular. So we say unspecified time. Then we use future perfect continuous to make interrogatives. Interrogatives means questions. Will they have been working in this factory since January? Will the kids have been making noise for 3 hours? See the first sentence, will have been working. That is your future perfect continuous. It's showing that a specific time since January, and it's showing something which is done in future, and it is an ongoing process. The second one, will have been making, is your future perfect continuous tense. Third, it is used to talk about an action that will continue in the future up to a time specified. Time specified means a particular point of time in future. Like by the end of this week, he will have been fasting for a month. That means the action started some time back, but it is going to continue up to the near future, and by this weekend what will happen? It will become a month for him to fast, and this we have used by future perfect continuous tense like will have been fasting. The second example, they will have been discussing the issue for 5 days. Will have been discussing is indicating an ongoing time in future. I hope that you have understood all the forms of future time with various examples. Today we have discussed about simple future time, future continuous time, then the third one was future perfect time, And the fourth one, future perfect continuous time. Children, with this we have completed verbs, tenses and time. Chapter number 5 successfully. You may find the pages projecting formulas and examples in the attached files in your portals. I again request or ask you to learn the names of tenses and formulas. You can prepare a chart of formulas and paste it where you can see it more often. This will help you to learn and understand this chapter better. Your homework. By now, I assume that you are having your grammar books. After learning the formulas, you can solve exercises A, B, C, D and E of chapter number 5 in the book using pencil. These are the exercises to identify or fill in the blanks. You will enjoy it. So students, thank you. Learn and see how interesting this chapter will become. Bye. Take care. Keep well.